A couple times a year, my son Will ends the night in tears. The recipe is always the same. He's busy, he's tired, and he feels like he's not making progress. A few years ago, baseball was the focus of this frustration. He was convinced he's one of the worst players on his freshman team, and he started spiraling. If he didn't make the JV team the following year, then his chances of playing in college were basically over. So I just asked him a simple question. I said, "Do you feel like you're doing what you can to give yourself the best shot at what you want?" Well, he knew the answer immediately. He was showing up to the scheduled practices and workouts, but he wasn't lifting on his own. He was paying zero attention to his nutrition, and he certainly wasn't putting in extra reps. He was just going through the motions. And when I asked him why, he said something that stuck with me. He said, "I do all those things if I knew it would get me where I want." And I remember thinking, that's not just a teenage baseball problem. Like, that's the thing that gets in the way of my dreams, too. I've said for more than 15 years that I want to write a book, but it's this big, overwhelming project. And not just because writing's hard. It's because I don't just want to write a book. I want to write the right one, something that actually helps people in a meaningful way. And that vision makes the whole thing feel heavy. And I can't exactly disappear into a cabin for 2 years to figure it out. I've got responsibilities, people who are counting on me. For a long time, I've been stuck in the same trap as Will, quietly asking myself if it'll be worth it before I was willing to invest. And I've seen many people get stuck in the same place when they think about becoming a business owner. You're not just thinking about starting a business, you're thinking about money, time, identity. What would it mean if it worked? And what would it say about you if it didn't? So you keep asking the same question I did. Will this be worth it? The problem is that we can only answer that question in hindsight. So instead of asking that, I've started asking a different question. What can I commit to consistently that moves me in this direction without needing to know how it turns out? For me, that looks very unglamorous. I write 6 days a week for 25 minutes. That's it. It's not world changing. It's not impressive. It's also not something that requires me to blow up my life. Sure, it requires some extra effort, some trade-offs, but it's something I can sustain. And I've also started putting my thinking out into the world, just like I'm doing with this video. It's not to chase any particular outcome as much as it's because I want to learn what resonates, what's useful, what helps people move forward. Because now I'm not betting on a book or a timeline, I'm investing in a direction. And once I reframed it that way, this idea of sacrifice changed for me. I don't think sacrifice is about giving up everything now for a future I can't guarantee. It's about choosing a small, intentional allocation of time, money, or energy that I can keep making even when things feel uncertain. And if business ownership is something you're drawn to, maybe the question isn't which sacrifices are worth making. Maybe it's this. What's the smallest commitment you could make and keep making that would help you start moving instead of just thinking? Because clarity doesn't come before action, it comes from it. I wish you the best of luck as you chase your dreams. And if you got value out of this video, please like it and share it with someone it could benefit. Cheers.